Okay, we're going to start getting a little bit more technical now, and it might, whether it's, again, I've sort of mentioned before that if you want any help, please do reach out. You can always raise a ticket or catch up with us on our Facebook page there or group. So let's go and have a quick look. I want to go and have a look into the settings area. Okay, and I mentioned in another video earlier that it's actually really quite easy to change your menu structure so you've got, if I may, prioritized actions in your own desired order. So if we sort of come into here, you can actually see that's very much a drag and drop capacity. Okay, if you don't want to do too many of these, what I've found is that you want to do one, maybe two, refresh your browser once you've moved those, and then just go again. Okay, so otherwise it can also sabotage, if I may, your sort order. It's kind of like it needs to embed what it's created and back to the server and really embed that next number. So let's have a quick look though. If we were going to go off and start looking for uh, email as email for the moment. What I want to do is actually make sure that you've got an outgoing server set up. So I'll just talk about server. Okay, so let's say a hypothetical, and I do know where it is, but let's say that you wanted to go and find where was the server. You can say, oh, here's these different menus that we've actually got, and incoming, outgoing. Oh, cool, email. Now, normally that's in the settings area, but for myself, I know that I've actually created that and moved it outside here. Again, that's where you can create your own menu structure. And then we come into here, we've got our outgoing mail servers, and we're going to want to create a new outgoing mail server if you haven't already got one in there. Okay, and the difference here is if you're starting to send out via your own email address, and you've got your preferred domain and things like that, then we need to start getting involved in a little bit of techie world there, I'll call it. Equally, what we do is actually start sending out via SendGrid, which I'll go into on the next one. Yeah, and I'll just come in. Here's our SME SendGrid integration, and we've got our API key and bits and pieces going on there. So that's all pretty much a standard. This is the difference now of sending out high volume email compared to just what they call transactional email. So transactional would be, hey, how you going there? Just wanted to catch up with a one-on-one and organise a meeting one-on-one. Whereas mass mail is very specialised servers where they're handling, tens of thousands of emails pretty much instantly. So the likes of MailChimp, they use an email service provider called Mandrill, whereas Mandrill has its competitor, and primarily up in the best of the best space, you're really looking at Mandrill or SendGrid. They're probably the two top benchmarks. For sure there's others, but we chose to stick with SendGrid, deliverability, reliability, all these sort of things. And with all of our SMS marketing, they're actually owned by the same company, so we could sort of set up one single account and job was done. And SendGrid, I'll go and look for it on the next one, but last time around you were actually able to get an account where you could send 40,000 emails. I think it was for free. So yeah, so it gives us the ability to manage the server risk, not worried about, if I may, your next door neighbour sort of sends out a spammy message because they haven't gone through the complete process of what I've been saying here. Then realistically, it's kind of like moving towards an unmanageable situation, and that's where we try and govern or move the responsibility back to SendGrid, who are basically saying, hey, you're sending out crap messages and we don't want to send them on your behalf. MailChimp will just boot you, and that's because they own Mandrill and they're really looking after their servers. So it's a bit of like, yeah, so look, we'll go into that a little bit more, but you've got to have your mail server set up, and you can have many servers, but ultimately you really want to get that one and use that for your transactional and everything else. All right, we'll talk to you on the next one. Bye for now.